This is Human Essence, and in today's video, I'm doing a bit of a book report on the graphic edition of the Tim Snyder book on Tyranny, which kind of deals with the 20th century and lessons learned from it about tyranny. So this chapter is chapter 18, and I'm going to talk about this one, and it's called Be Calm When the Unthinkable Arrives. And we see here this illustration of this diver about to be swept into possibly this big fish's teeth. So it goes on to say that modern tyranny is terror management. And when the terrorist attack comes, remember that authoritarians exploit the events to consolidate power. So it talks about when there's a sudden disaster that results in the end of checks and balances, the dissolution of opposition parties, the suspension of freedom of expression, and the right to a fair trial. And they're saying, don't fall for it. And then the 20th century example is in 1933, Hitler came to power through democratic means, and then there was a fire February 27th, 1933 at the Reichstag, and that became the excuse. That was the emergency. They don't know who set that fire, but that was the reason that they started to lock up opposition. And there it said there will be no mercy to anyone standing in the way. Anyone standing in the way will be cut down. And then what happened next is the next day, a decree suspended the basic rights of all German citizens, allowing them to be preventively detained by the police. And he claimed that because of this emergency, there could be no more, opposition. And it says that they took all political parties and opposition, and they placed them in concentration camps. And that was the beginning of the end for the freedoms of the German people. All right, I'll go on to read more from this. So we see that there was a state of emergency declared throughout the entirety of that regime. And then the next part of it is talking about how Putin also claimed such an emergency that meant that he needed to take complete power he had during that time. So don't buy into fake emergencies that require you giving up your freedoms. Anyway, so this is some ideas that are in this book. I would recommend it. It's got a lot of pictures and got lots of examples about the 20th century.